Namaste, angels. This is a bi-weekly reading for my Taurians out there, my hugest supporters on YouTube. Is the sign of Taurus. I recently did this natal chart thing. I'm going to post the link on the video so that you guys can try it too if you want. It was an Eastern astrology. Not Verdict, it was something else. In any case, I was a Taurus sun under this kind of astrology and a Capricorn moon. And I said, maybe that's why I seem to click with them so much better. Like my own sign doesn't watch my videos the way you Taurians do, and even the Capricorns, the Earth signs, period. And in terms of with whom I get along best, they said Virgo and Gemini, and that was correct for me. So, I mean, the Taurus sun part is not correct for me using Western astrology, but I am a Taurus midhaven, exactly 0 degrees Taurus. And I do get along best with Virgos and Geminis. I'm married a Gemini. My children's father is a Gemini, just like myself. I'm 6'13", he's 6'10". And my only other 2 serious boyfriends my whole life before I got married were both September Virgos. So it's very interesting. So I'm going to put it up there in case you guys want to try it too and see what your sign may change to. But that may be the reason why I just, I click so well with you guys. In any case, you got beautiful energy here. I'm excited to do your reading, show you overall energy for all of you. I'm wearing green. I'm wearing your color. Overall energy for all of you is the 8 of Cups. And some people see the 8 of Cups and they go like, oh man, like I got to walk away from something. I got to end a relationship, blah, blah, blah. It can mean that kind of stuff. But really, most importantly, the 8 of Cups is about renewed positive energy, an energy of renewal and good times ahead of you. But if your gut is telling you that you really need to get out of some sort of relationship or a living condition or arrangement, a job, I don't know, what other kind of situations might you be in? Whatever they are, trust yourself. And, instead of somebody or something coming out of the blue or someone leaving you, it usually means when this card shows up that you're the one who's making the choice to do whatever it is going to be done. But sometimes this is walking towards something. And again, if it is about anything coming toward us, that thing that's coming toward us is positive energy and good times that lie ahead, right? So, and really it's not coming toward us. It's waiting there for us. And we have to walk toward that. We have to leave the negativity in the past and we have to walk toward that good stuff. So this is a really good card for you guys to have here. And the number 8, super prevalent for me. In my readings for the past couple of months. In fact, I've been talking about the number 8 and this time period in February for probably about 2 months. And in fact, your reading, not the last one I did for you, but the one before that, I'm pretty sure that's the one it was. If not, it was the Taurus full moon. I talked about February 8th. I talked about the Feast of St. Blaise. And yesterday in my general reading, I told people, I said, in my love reading too, I told people, I said, oops, I made a mistake. I thought from memory that the Feast of St. Blaise was February 11th, but that was, that must have been incorrect because it's coming up that it's tomorrow, the 3rd, but there is a feast day on the 11th. It's Our Lady of Lords. Okay, with which I'm also familiar. So I just figured I must have gotten St. Blaise and Our Lady of Lords mixed up. Well, nope. Today, I found out actually one of my most loyal viewers, subscribers, although she's not a Taurus, she's a Capricorn actually. She contacted me and said, Queen, you're always right. St. Blaise in the Latin countries is recognized on the 3rd, and in all the other countries is recognized on the 11th. So you were right about his feast day being the 11th. In any case, this reading for you guys begins today, 2/3. Hopefully anybody who wanted to got their throat blessed, because that is something you can do in any Roman Catholic church in the country, United States of America, maybe other countries too. I don't know their practices, but I know in this country, you can walk into a Roman Catholic church and get your throat blessed on the feast day of St. Blaise. So if you have an ailment, a throat ailment, you're just trying to unblock your throat chakra, you got something you want to communicate, and you haven't been able to get up the strength, and the confidence to say it, go get your throat blessed. You're concerned about a health issue, your thyroid, whatever, go get your throat blessed. It can't hurt, right? It can only help. If anything, it's not going to cause you any harm. So either nothing will happen or it'll help you, right? But if you missed it, if you missed the opportunity, I was right about 211, and you can go on the 11th and get your throat blessed. How about that? So that's a positive card for you guys. Overall energy from the Universal Love Oracle, which I'm fine with this because I'm hoping that the actual love cards are in the advice, because this reading covers Valentine's Day and stuff for you guys too. I think I'm gonna do a Valentine's Day reading for all signs, but this reading does cover the period of Valentine's Day. It's from Monday the 3rd, which is today, through the 16th of February. So right after, and the 16th is actually the day that Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Pisces. So we'll definitely have a lot to talk about then too. And I'll be back, God willing. But this card for me, it's answered prayer. So it's about your manifestation. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, maybe that's toward what you're wanting or needing to walk, and you're trying to make a decision here. Whatever you've been trying to manifest, this card says that there is some sort of prayer, at least one, being answered for you. May have something to do with an air sign or air energy, most specifically the energy of Aquarius, and maybe a communication. The air signs rule the communication centers. That's the throat chakra, the crown chakra, and the third eye chakra. And you see this angel here very strategically has a star, which represents the sign of Aquarius in the tarot, right over her throat chakra. So it's like she wants to communicate something. And if it's connected to Aquarius, it might be communicate something being some sort of means of technology. So like Skype or WhatsApp or texting or FaceTime, or maybe sending pics with somebody, all that kind of stuff. You may be happy that you receive a communication or that somebody answers your communication, right? Somebody's open to you. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend. It could be romantic. It could be a job. They opened up your resume, your application, a home, again, it could be connected to any and everything that you potentially have prayed for, made some sort of focused intention upon, and are trying to manifest using the law of attraction, or again, traditional prayer, meditation, whatever you want to call it. Also, this card not only connected to the energies of air, for the element of air for me, but also water, and of the water signs, similar to how of the air signs, it's most specifically Aquarius, of the water signs, most specifically Scorpio, with this butterfly over really the solar plexus chakra, where many of us believe the soul is located. That's why you get butterflies in your stomach, or you get, it feels like your stomach is falling, or you feel all good in your stomach, or you feel bad, right? You get bubbly and you say, "Ooh, something's not right," because we're receiving intuitive messages through our stomach. So many people think the soul is located there. Whether it is or not, butterflies represent transformation. And that's what this the sign of Scorpio is all about: transformation, change, entering one being, right? Going in as a caterpillar, and then emerging this beautiful new species. And so it's like full change, completely releasing what you were. And like the old me is dead and gone, like that song with T.I. And now it's like some new me. So that's what the death is about with the sign of Scorpio. It's not a physical death. It's a spiritual death, an emotional death. And you leave the person you were and the situations in which you were behind, and you move on to something new. With the Animal Tarot, it is Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers, which represents the sign of Gemini most directly, but maybe it's connected to one of the other air signs, Aquarius, Libra. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring choices and actions. Underneath that, also upright, is another Major Arcana card. Now, for me, when the Major Arcana turns up, it's like energy that we can't avoid. We always have, a choice that we can make. We always have free will, but we can't control the energy around us, especially when it's this kind of karmic energy, at least in my opinion. But we can always control our actions and our reactions to the energy around us. So this is Major Arcana card 16. It's called Life Experience in this deck. It's the Tower in the traditional tarot, and there's a butterfly in this card too. There's several flying back here, I talked about spreading your wings and flying during the general reading, or was it the love reading? One of the two. And I think that that's what this is about. I think that these cards are connected. And this is not a bad tower. Although, some readers will tell you there's no such thing. For me, the tower is neutral. It can go either way. And I look at the other cards and I look to what I'm feeling and stuff like that too. And in this case, I think this is about just allowing for change, organic change, and allowing yourself to grow and to move on to the next phase of your life. Important changes are coming into your life, and they will require you to take action. You're in control of your actions. Don't hesitate to move. It may involve physically moving. Sometimes a tower is about like a structure, a tower, home or something for me. It may involve physically moving. Don't hesitate to move in new directions that you know are right for you. This is also you moving in the direction you know is right for you, forward. That's all this tower is about. Don't let it scare you, especially with these other cards that you have here. Really, really awesome energies. Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel with Archangel Michael. A time of positive change. The situation suddenly moves forward. How does it move forward suddenly? It's this tower energy that comes in. It's very, very fast, right? It's unexpected. It's abrupt. Boom. This is happening. But it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing in this case. Not what I'm seeing here, what you're seeing here in front of you. See any negative cards here? No. All right. So the wheel represents the planet Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius, which it rules. It's also connected, however, to the signs of Aquarius, Scorpio. All right. Those are the fixed signs. Here's your Sagittarius with Major Arcana card Temperance in your work and finance placement. Also connected to Leo and Taurus, which is you. Okay. So that's awesome. That's those are the fixed signs. Speaking of death, it's upside down, so I normally wouldn't mention it, but it's right here behind the Wheel of Fortune. It's called Release in this deck. Major Arcana card 13, the end of a phase or situation. Spiritual transformation. It's time to move on. So a lot of energy of movement for you guys. Again, it could be literal, could be metaphorical. Could involve travel, maybe moving from place to place temporarily. Could involve permanent movement. You're changing jobs. You're changing the place you live. Whether it's, you're moving next door, you're moving to another city or state or country even, moving in with someone, cohabitation with a romantic partner, with the tower sitting right underneath the lovers, something for which you prayed. Maybe you're moving together because you're getting married even, with the Ace of Pentacles here representing the energy most directly associated with you. There's this this looks very wedding, like a wedding scenery for me. And like the hand of God handing you abundance from the cloud. Although some of our gods maybe may look differently, than this. It's still symbolic. Okay. Oh. I don't know why I put this down, because I might as well talk about it now. So similar to your Eight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles is about you enjoying new beginnings on, various or maybe even several different levels of your life, different aspects of your life. It's a very, very positive new beginning. Again, it's like of the universe, of God, however you want to look at it. It could be an answer to your prayers specifically. And again, however you pray, some of us don't consider it praying. We have not a religious bone in our body, and we consider it making an intention, the law of attraction, whatever you want to, it's all fine with me, but it's answers. It's in response to that energy that you've put out, perhaps. Your health should be on point right now. Maybe you're happy with, more happy than you had been in the past with your appearance or the way that you feel. It's just usually a sign of better, healthier, happier times ahead, maybe even inheritance or some unexpected source of income or abundance, like it came from God or the universe coming to you. It doesn't mean, necessarily that somebody has to pass away to leave you something. It's just something that, to which you're entitled, something that you've owned. Maybe it's your inheritance from the universe, your inheritance from God. If you believe in a creator or the creator, or heavenly parents, that's who's leaving you this blessing, this gift. All right. Also, you're just feeling better, more upbeat, more optimistic, more positive, more hopeful about your future because things are going well. In work, you may even be moving into a new position or a new set of responsibilities. Maybe you've been promoted, you've gotten a raise, you know, the transfer you wanted, something like that, maybe even relocation, you know, so that's the movement and the travel and the abundance all coming in together. Like I said, it could be on several fronts that you're experiencing this, maybe even involving love. Maybe you get to take your mate, your partner with you to a new home or something. If you're currently in a committed relationship, you know, it's expected to grow stronger. The commitment is expected to deepen. You may be even reconnecting with somebody from your past. If you're looking for love, it's a positive time to get out there and you know, to do that. Something could very easily, that is very promising and positive for you, could happen over this period of 2 weeks. Now, it is crossing the Two of Pentacles, however. So we want to talk about the Two of Pentacles because that can mean that if you're already in a committed relationship, I'm jumping around now, yes, but I just figured I might as well jump from that Ace of Pentacles to this Pentacle since we were talking about love. When the Two of Pentacles shows up in terms of already being in a committed relationship, it can mean that you're having trouble finding time for each other, like getting together, and, you know, or your energies connecting. Some of us are, you know, maybe long distance relationships, or there's some sort of, you know, we're separated by some sort of distance, but we're not, you know, not on speaking terms or something. We have an active relationship, but we're having trouble connecting, even in that sense, the way we need to. We need to, you know, be able to speak to each other on the phone a certain number of times, or, you know, to FaceTime or things like that. Maybe somebody's mate is in the military or even jail, you know, and so you appreciate those opportunities, you know, to connect more so than maybe other people because they could be few and far between. So it can be something like that. It is something that's in your power to, if it's in your power to put your relationship like on the top of your list of priorities, then this card shows up and guides you to do so. Otherwise, you know, you won't necessarily be able to maintain it. And, you know, if it's a relationship that you're not interested in losing, then you're going to want to put in that little bit of effort, especially when it's sitting here atop the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So the Eight of Pentacles is about reaping what you've sown, whether it's upright or in reverse. And the fact that it's in reverse means that it may require a little less effort than if it was upright, but it's still about, you know, putting in the work. It's, you know, good old fashioned hard work in some sort of area is required of you, but it's going to pay off, especially with it sitting next to the Ace of Pentacles with an overall energy, the Eight of Cups, with it crossing Temperance, which is about recovery, restoration, being made whole, at least for me, the way I read my cards. Eight of Pentacles in reverse can be about you, you know, seeking employment and just being prepared to impress those prospective employers. Like I said, maybe you've already sent out a resume or something, and you're going to be finding that they have been impressed by it, and they're communicating that back to you, saying, hey, you know, we received this, we're ready to make some sort of offer to you. If you're already self-employed, it could be possible that, you know, you're asked to do more work. You know, you just find yourself getting more work than is necessary. It might not even be humanly possible. Like, be careful what you wish for. Maybe that's for what you've been. I want more orders. I want more customers. Or maybe when you're in a business like me, I want more subscribers and more, you know, likes and more shares or whatever. And then it's like, oh my goodness, I've got so many now that everybody wants a reading, and where am I going to find the time to do it? You know, it can be like that sort of thing. So be careful what you wish for, but that's not telling you to limit yourself. You know, the sky's the limit, and they say the universe or God doesn't give you more than you can handle anyway. But just be prepared with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse sitting next to the Ace of Pentacles with answered prayer here, the Lovers, which is about positive things coming into you, the Wheel of Fortune upright, also suddenly things being in your favor, crossing Temperance, this energy of recovery and restoration. And even the Two of Pentacles, which is about juggling, just having so many things to do, or maybe needing to make a choice of what you're going to prioritize because, you know, something's got to go first and something's got to go last. Can be about working, you know, too many hours or too many days and all these kind of things. You may have to like try to figure stuff out. Eight of Pentacles. For love, though, it can mean that one or even both are not necessarily prepared to do the work, which is interesting. Another perspective of it, again, in consideration in particular of it sitting here atop the Two of Pentacles, which can mean you're not having time. Like, so now you're not having time. And for some of you, not only do we not have time or we're not finding, opportunities to connect, I don't really want to keep, driving myself crazy to figure out how to do it. Like, maybe we should just call the whole thing off. Some of you may decide that. And in those cases, again, something new and more befitting of you, true and long-lasting love, even unexpectedly, perhaps, awaiting you, because good things are ahead. On the other hand, like I said, we're only in control of our actions and reactions. If it is something that you're interested in saving, all you can do is your part, and to the best of your ability. So do that if you're interested in working something out and see what happens in an organic way, right? And you may be pleasantly surprised at the partner's action or reaction to your movements, right? You may spark something in them. If you are single and looking for love, then you may have to put in a little effort or work to find it too, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse sitting there atop this Two of Pentacles. You can't just be at home imagining love falling out of the sky. Get out, be social, spend some time, maybe even at somebody else's wedding or event. Again, this gazebo standing out to me, I just see like this being an aisle, dun, 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 right? And you go off into the sunset. So it could be at somebody else's wedding, event, birthday party, whatever it is. And you may meet somebody there if you take the opportunity to be social. In terms of your work and finance, again, Major Arcana card Temperance upright is your card. And it's super, super positive in terms of work. It tells you to aim high, like the sky's the limit for you. The universe is on your side. God is on your side, helping to fill your cups. Your cups runneth over. And you need a water bearer to help you to carry it. In terms of finances, there's likely to be good balance between, what's coming in and what's going out. If it's not already, then there may be a sudden change in your finances that occurs that causes that to happen, where you find more balance, right? Two of Pentacles that's sitting here next to the Temperance card can definitely be about balance. Find more balance in your finances and just feel more comfortable. If you are looking for work, again, or looking for income, you're going to have to ask for what you want, what you feel you deserve, what you're willing to work for. Don't be afraid. With these cards, it's definitely guidance to have courage and confidence in yourself and pride in your work and what the quality of work that you put forth or are capable of putting forth if it's a new job for which you're applying, and go for it. Further to this for all of you. Okay, this card fell away, so I'll just make it for everybody. And it's the gateway. So that means there's a new phase ahead for you guys. There is a need to let one phase end for you guys to make a conscious decision to walk through the gateway and transition to newness. So that's what that death that showed up for you under here. I'm sure that let something end, let those energies in, walk through the gateway. And your overall energy too of the Eight of Cups, right? Leave the old energies behind, walk toward the gateway. Further to that, for the masculine specifically, whether you are male or female, masculine energies here, you resonate with both, no problem. Take it all into consideration, fine by me. From the Angel Tarot to the masculine, it's another Eight of Cups. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful. So something doesn't just cut it with you anymore. Something's not enough anymore. You've grown beyond this. You've outgrown whatever it is. And I started to talk about the eights, and I don't think I finished my sentence. So I was talking about eights because for yesterday was 2222, basically, in terms of the date. It was 02022020. And the first time that a number formation of that type has occurred in 900 years, according to ABC News. But more interestingly for us, at least in my opinion, is the fact that I have been, seeing messages about the 222 equals 8 for some time, for at least probably like 2 months, and expecting certain things to happen. Now, 8 in terms of supreme math, as I had explained, means build, destroy. And it's sort of like, if you're not with us, you're against us. If you're not building, you're destroying. And so you could be leaving behind the energies of people, places, and things that are not conducive to building, right? They're not building. So they're not with you. They're on a different level. You're on a different level. You're literally in 2 different dimensions, because your dimensional reality is greater than theirs. You are vibrating at a higher level, and so you have to move on. That's the logical choice. That's the choice that's probably coming from your soul, because your soul wants to serve its purpose. That's the choice that's probably coming from your heart. Now, we can, with our minds, try to fight that and try to remain with people or at places or using things that are beneath us. But that's a conscious choice, right? That's you. And again, you're in control of your actions and reactions. So that part is up to you. But the universe guiding you to move forward and go through that gateway. Feminine. For you, it is Major Arcana card 17, the star, which is another 8, right? 1 plus 7 equals 8. If you're not building, you are destroying. If you're not with us, you're against us. The star is another card about answered prayer. Prayers being answered, wishes being granted, dreams coming true. Whatever on which you have focused, whatever it is you've been trying to manifest is, ready for you. It's ready for you. So now it's the time for you to go through the gateway to get it, to grab it. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. This is not temporary. You going through the next phase. You're on the right path. The star represents the sign of Aquarius, like I also said about this card. Or perhaps the other air signs, Gemini, Libra. And is also about communication, usually, through, again, some sort of means of technology like texting or FaceTime or Skype or WhatsApp or something like that. From the animal tarot to the masculine, the 3 of spring. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past successes, right? Patting yourself on the back. Again, you deserve what's ahead. You deserve X amount of dollars. You deserve whatever type of job it is you've worked hard for. You've gone to vocational school, you apprenticed for, you went to college for, whatever it is. You deserve this now. You may have to be a little bit more patient for it to fully materialize that, your dream that you've been aiming for, but you deserve it and it is coming for you. So first, take account and take pride in everything you've done in the past, all those past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you also may need a little bit of patience for the next phase to play out. For the feminine from the animal tarot, it's the 5 of autumn, womp womp. 5 of autumn, all about your mind being in the wrong place, which is not conducive to manifestation. Now, luckily, this card is far stronger than this one. So put your energies here and let go of whatever this is. This is feelings of lack. And it's like worrying about lack ahead of time. I'm not even in a relationship yet, and I'm already worrying about them leaving me. So I got my guard up. I don't want to meet anybody, because if I meet them and I like them, then, they might leave me. And I got daddy issues. I got mommy issues. So I'm worried about that too. What about money also? What if they're not rich? I'm not rich. I need somebody that can take care of me. Or maybe I am rich. I need somebody that can match me. I'm worried about money. What about what they don't have? I don't have, it's like all that kind of stuff. In terms of finances, like directly, because it is autumn or pentacles, it's worried about that too. Worry about money that you don't have or money that you may not have in the future or something. It's just having your mind in the wrong place, focus on the wrong things, which is negativity and the opposite of manifestation. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career or, funky relationships and stuff too can block your progress. Because your faith and trust are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or to become self-employed. It may become the best time to do that during this 2-week period, according to the other cards, but you'll first have to shake off this energy, right? And maybe make that conscious decision to walk through the gateway, to leave this sort of thinking in your past. For the feminine, I'm sorry, that was the feminine. For the masculine last card, it is the universal heart. And it's a depiction of Jesus. Again, everybody's Jesus may not look like that. I understand. Look like this. And I understand that. But it's a depiction of Jesus, so you can get the idea. And what this card is about, you see the little dots. It's like if you stare at these little dots long enough, you start to see a whole bunch of stars coming together. And it goes to, if you're not with us, you're against us too. Jesus is said to have said that, actually. It's in the Bible. But it's about each one of these little dots, each star, each person being part of the one, right? We all need each other. At least those of us on a similar path. Those of us, whose energies align with one another. Those of us who are of the same soul families. We need each other. We all have a purpose here to serve. And I need you to serve your purpose, just like you need me to serve mine for everything to work out right? If there's a million pieces to a puzzle and one piece doesn't get put in, then the whole thing's ruined. The puzzle's not complete. Just one makes it incomplete. So this card tells us that we're all in this together. And for you to feel deserving and important and worthy, again, of asking them for how much money you're due from a job, and things of that nature. And lastly, feminine, emergence. This is like the phoenix rising. So previously, maybe not feeling as worthy, not feeling as valuable, not feeling as deserving as we are, and now beginning to shake that off, listening to the universe. Every time I see a female naked body, for me, it's representative of surrender. Because this is, when we're nude, we are literally at our most vulnerable, at least in my opinion, right? Nothing, you can't strip me down any further than this. I'm naked in front of you now. And so that's a sign of full surrender. I've completely let go of any inhibitions that I had. And now I'm just taking in what it is you're trying to give me. And in this case, it is growth. It is strength. It is the energy, again, of the risen phoenix, which is also connected to the energy of Scorpio and is about renewal, the energy of renewal, rejuvenation. And the phoenix is said to have lived, according to the mythology, for 500 years. And so that's why they're representative of this sort of longevity and the inability to be defeated and, taken down and conquered. I'm going to rise again. You can't get rid of me. I got several more years left. Like a cat has 9 lives, something sort of like that. And so this is you ready to make a comeback after maybe, again, some energy in the past that you're going to let go of feeling a little bit less than. Taurus. It has been my pleasure as always. I hope you guys have enjoyed your reading. If you did, please actually, show that you like the reading by giving it a thumbs up, hitting the thumbs up button. If you're not yet a subscriber, please do consider subscribing by hitting both the subscribe button and the bell button so that you can hopefully get notifications every time I put up a new video. If you'd like a reading from me, your own private reading for yourself, or energy healing, or any of the merchandise we have, or just to talk to me and be friends maybe, my social media information, any and all of that stuff will be in the description box below the video. Thank you. Namaste.